Hi guys, welcome to Monday Night Mashup, episode 5 is Christmas! Merry Christmas everybody! And pen, my obligatory pen, wave that about a bit. Merry Christmas everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you can hear me, just drop us a like to let me know that you can hear me and that everything's okay. So yeah, drop me a like and I'll know you can hear me. Kyle? All good? Can you hear me alright? Is everything okay? Okay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in guys. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. And I know you guys have probably got a lot of other things to do. That's why I've come in pretty late here. I thought that coming in late would mean, there's more people on and things like that. Everybody's had their Christmas dinner and things like that. So what I really wanted to talk about today was the St Georges Champion tournament that we've got coming up in April, and the rules pack for that has literally just dropped right now. There should be a link on our Facebook page, and I am trying to currently put the link in this video, so I'm just having a quick look. I'm trying to get onto the video. Okay, so I've got to watch myself basically. Comment on there. Merry Christmas, you beautiful chocolate man. Oh, thank you. You melt my chocolate heart. I think I can. Alright, I don't think that's it, guys. Don't think that's it. He's put it up. Look at that. So, guys, in the comments, that is a link. It will take you to the Glasshammer Gaming website and the new rules pack. And I thought, basically, I'd just get the rules pack up in front of me and we can just go through it. And so, well psyched out for this. It's going to be a really good event, guys. The last one had a lot of good feedback, and we had lots of the European players come in, so hope all you Europeans are going to come again. So, let's go through it. Basically, it's going to be a 5-round tournament of 40k being played over a Saturday and a Sunday. And it will be on the 27th and 28th of April 2019, Saturday and Sunday. And it will be held at the Wolverhampton University at the Telford campus, which has got really good transport links to get there. It's really easy. If you have a look at the rules pack, if you're arriving by public transport, you can get a train into Telford Central. Trains from Birmingham take 30 to 35 minutes, and trains from Wolverhampton take 15 to 25 minutes. And you can get a station on the Shrewsbury line as well, and that will take you there. And then from there, it's literally like a 2-3 minute taxi to the campus, or a 15-minute walk. And it's going to be a 120-man event, this one. So put your phone on silent, you amateur. Yeah, good one. So it's going to be a 120-man event. Hopefully sells out. If all you guys chip in, buy a ticket each. You know what I mean? But yeah, so 120-man event. So quite big actually. And also, the event is £40, and the tickets can be bought at glasshammergaming.co.uk as well. If you go onto the rules pack, there's a link in there for you to go on to buy your ticket. We are doing refunds if you know that you can't make it. But the last day to get a refund will be midnight on the 28th of February. So, because by then we're going to be paying for the venue and trophies and things like that. So after that date, unfortunately, you won't be able to get a refund. But hopefully you won't need a refund, It's going to come. It's going to be an absolutely amazing tournament. You guys are going to love it. So hopefully it shouldn't come to that. And so you get 5 3-hour rounds of 40k. There's lots of prizes, trophies and awards to win. All your games are going to be played on our awesome tables and our awesome terrain. So currently we are producing our own terrain for the tournament. And the bottom level, it looks really cool. So Dan's doing it all, and he's doing such a great job. We will be putting pictures up as soon as we get some for you guys to see the terrain as well. It all looks really cool. He's done his own designs, and the bottom level of every building is line of sight blocking, and it's actually, when you look at the building, it's actually line of sight blocking. So you won't have to pretend that, oh yeah, we'll just play that this one's line of sight blocking. It will all be line of sight blocking actually to look at as well, which is really cool. And also you'll get entry into the Friday night games as well. So feel free to come down on the Friday from about 5 p.m. You can play Warhammer 40k games, practice games, whatever you want to do. And also we'll be running a few small games as well. So we'll be running a night joust. So that's to do with Imperial Knights, you know, hint, hint. And then also we'll be running a mini game called Arena of Champions, and that will be to do with heroes of the 40k realm. But the rules for those games will be to follow. They're just some mini games, and they're going to be really interesting. And another thing is, between each round, we'll also be playing like a small mini game. So, you know, there's even more chances to win prizes. It'd just be like a 5-10 minute game between each round, just to get people interacted and win some more cool prizes. That's what we're all about, man. Giving you guys the prizes. That's what we want to do. Manny, you so sexy. Oh, Gaz, you sexy too, man. But yeah, oh man, I'm blushing. And yeah, so things that you guys need to bring. Your painted legal army, and we'll come on to what painted legal is in a bit. And also, you know, the standard templates, dice, pens, calculators, glue for repairs, movement trays, and those sorts of things. And copy of all your rules, guys. Very important, very important. You guys need to know all your rules. And then also, things that you'll need to sort out is obviously transport to the venue, things like that. Money for the bar, baby. There's going to be beer. And of course, somewhere to stay over the weekend. And accommodation is available on site. I'll talk about that a bit later on as well, give you some more information about that. It is all in the rules pack, guys. So if you want to, follow along as I'm going, just click on the link and go on to the rules pack and read through it with me. But yeah, the prizes up for grabs as well. There'll be a first, second, and third place trophy, and there'll be a best painted trophy, and then there'll be spot prizes literally in every round, and mini game prizes between every round. Venue has car parking. Yes, the venue has car parking, guys. So we have a 120-man tournament, and we have 300 free car parking spaces. So you shouldn't struggle to find a car parking spot at all. Got 300, and they're all free, so that's really good. And then I thought we'd talk about event timings. So we've gone for quite an early start on the Saturday. Registration will be from 8 to 9, 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. p.m. I almost said 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. and then round 1 will start at 9 a.m. This is just so that, you know, at the end of round 3, we'll be giving you 3 hours for each round, and the end of round 3 will be at 7:30 p.m. on the Saturday, which means we've got plenty of time to go out and, you know, guys, whatever you guys want to do, we'll do. Go for a Nando's, get some drinks, go out, literally anything. It just gives us more time to chill out in the evening, and, you know, that's what we're all about as well, having a social. So, you know, you come to the event, you're going to have a good tournament, but you want to chill out with your friends in the evening as well, have some drinks, and that's what we're all about. So hopefully we'll get a lot of that in. And then on the Sunday, it'll be 9 o'clock start again. It'll be 9 till 12, game 4, and then a 1 hour lunch, and then 1 till 4 will be game 5, and we'll be doing the awards at 4:30. Hopefully they should be done around 5 o'clock. Because we appreciate some of you are going to be coming quite far and you need to get home. It's a Sunday, all these things. So we'll be aiming to get the event done by 5 o'clock-ish. Imam says, sup, Manny, happy secular Christmas. What's the deal with sisters? You bringing back the order of chocolate? The order of chocolate? What's up, bro? Merry Christmas, man. Sisters, it's interesting that you should mention sisters, actually, just quickly. The article that I'm going to be releasing this Thursday is all about the new sisters and what I think about them. And, at the moment, I don't think I'll be using sisters just because I'm really into Tau and soup at the moment, so then you never know, they might appear in the soup. But yeah, so check out the article on Thursday. It will be all about sisters and my views and what I think's good, what I think's not so good, and things like that. So be sure to check that out, bro. Yeah, and so we've got general event information then after that, and it's, you know, we're going to be using the match play rules on page 212 of the main rule book, and all the additional rules from chapter approved and the big FAQ, all the regular stuff. You can use the sisters beta army, so for all of you that love sisters, you can use them. Also, indexes now will no longer be legal because pretty much all of the index stuff's been replaced anyway, and redone. Forge World. So because we're using some ITC rules in the event, we will be allowing Forge World. You know, some people like it, some people don't like it, but we thought, you know, the last event we didn't do Forge World, so we thought this one we would do Forge World, allow people in, see what everybody thinks about it. And also armies, obviously armies must be battle forged. It's 2,000 points maximum. You can choose up to 3 detachments, and because we've got the rule of 3 now, stopping you from spamming some of the units in the game, you can take duplicate detachments and things like that. And then we have missions and scoring. Okay, so this is the big part of the rules pack here, is missions and scoring. They will be announced at the end of February, so you will have like a month and a half, well actually 2 months, because the tournament's at the end of April. So we'll be releasing the missions at the end of February, and you'll have 2 months basically to write an army and come up with an army. And that's because we want you guys to have the most up-to-date versions of the missions, because, you know, what's the point playing rules that are old? We want you to have the most up-to-date missions so you can have the best experience and things like that. And also we are trying to run a sort of different rule set. So if you do, like, if you follow it with me through the rules pack, we are using the Glasshammer guidelines, which are our own little guidelines. It's basically our own little rule set. The Glasshammer guidelines are a mixture of missions, sportsmanlike conduct, and our standard of terrain. So our standard of terrain is, you know, if you've been to the last tournament, we had quite a lot of good terrain. Every table had 9 to 10 pieces of terrain on it, because terrain needs to be effective in this edition, and it was all bottom level lost blocking. So the standard of how we're going to keep the tables looking is the same, but the terrain is actually better. Our terrain for this event will be better than it was at the last event, just because it's being created by us, baby, and it just looks cooler. Bottom levels are actually line of sight blocking. You guys will have lots of fun playing on that terrain. And obviously the Glasshammer standard is the amount of terrain on each board. But so we do try to keep most tables looking the same or having the same amount of terrain on them, because at the moment terrain is really needed, especially bottom levels. We've got some area terrain as well, which we've done in a nice way. You know, you watch out for when we release that so you guys can have a look at it. And also the second thing is sportsmanship. So the most important rule is don't be a penis. So yeah, don't be a penis, because you will be docked points. And it's not maybe docked points, it will be docked points. So, you know, be a good guy, basically. Don't try and bend the rules or anything like that. Discuss, one thing that I wanted to say, and it is in the rules pack, is takebacks. The type of game that you want to have with takebacks. I have said in the rules pack that you should discuss this with your opponent pre-game. So it's only going to take you a minute or two to say whether you're going to, you know, have no takebacks, allow all takebacks, have a relaxed game, or have a straight down the line, completely following everything game. But you guys should discuss that pre-game. Now, one thing, guy says I'm screwed. One thing is I've seen Malik do. I believe it was Malik, or was it Conrad? It was one of the two, either Malik or Conrad, and I thought it was really, really good. And basically what they said was that they allow one take back. So you're allowed one take back each, just a small thing in the game. And, you know, that allows for, you know, it makes it fair. You know, somebody might have made a genuine mistake and let them take that back. So that's the way they play. And I think that's really cool. Whereas with me, I let people take back probably quite a few things per game if they're just small, but my opponent will know before the game. You know, if it's something tiny, like you forgot to move an objective, you're allowed to do it. But if it's something big, then no. So it's just however you guys prefer to play, what kind of game you want. I strongly believe you should definitely talk to your opponent about it before the game. So you guys it's just so you guys have a better experience, you guys have a better game. Yeah, so basically, be a sportsman, man. Be a sportsman. And then the third thing is the missions. So we're trying to do something a little bit different. So first I'll just explain what we're doing. So it will be a mixture of 3 missions. So it's mainly ETC, but there'll be one change in there, and that's from ITC. So we're trying to combine the two sort of rule sets in the Glasshammer guidelines. And the way we're trying to do it is, if you follow ETC, we will be doing the Eternal War missions, so that's like ETC, and we'll also be doing the kill points differential of +6 to the winner, and that's obviously ETC as well. And then the secondary objectives is Linebreaker, First Blood, and Slay the Warlord. But there will be another objective in there. So Eternal War, kill points differential, and then the third objective, normally in ETC, it's Maelstrom cards, but we'll be doing the ITC secondary missions instead. So we've done a couple of tests with it, and we would love to hear feedback from you guys, what you think about what we're trying to do with this rule set. We've played a couple of games with it, and we found that some of the missions are really good, really fun, and they complement what we're trying to do as well. So that's really good. And it's basically, the reason why we're doing this is to sort of take chance out of the game a little bit. So the amount of times I've been okay thinking that I'm gonna slightly win a game or draw a game, but then I've drawn Maelstrom cards and they've been absolutely rubbish, is crazy. That's happened a lot of times. Quite a lot of the time, you know, your Maelstrom cards will just screw you over because you'll draw the 4 objectives that are all either in the middle of the table or in your opponent's deployment zone, and you won't draw the 2 that you're on. You know, you'll have to kill a vehicle, but your opponent doesn't have any. You have to kill a psyker, but your opponent doesn't have any. It means they make you cycle through your deck and not get the amount of points that you should get. So we're replacing that because Maelstrom's literally purely chance. So we're replacing that with the ITC secondary missions, where you get to choose your secondary missions. So I'll just go with 1 or 2 of them. Like there's JB, so glad you went with 5 games. Got my ticket after I saw that. I'm definitely just having a look at it. Yes, Ramsey, supporting the cause. And what was I saying? Yeah, we're trying to take a chance out of the game. So I'll just talk about 1 or 2 of the objectives that you can choose from the ITC. So the way that it works currently is you get to choose 3 secondaries when you come to the table. So you get to, obviously you know what your opponent's army list is, so you can choose your secondaries based on that, which I think is really good. It takes most of the chance out of the game. So there's one called Headhunter, which is for every character you kill, you get a point. But for each, so you pick 3 secondary missions, and those are the missions that you go into the game with, instead of Maelstrom cards. So you don't have any Maelstrom cards, you do these missions instead. And I really like them because you get a maximum, currently I think it's like you get a maximum of 4 points per secondary objective. So we might change that to go slightly up or slightly down, because it's kind of low scoring, but because in the Maelstrom deck, you know, you've got 36 cards, and some of them are 2 points each, and some of them are, you know, more than that. So you can get a lot of Maelstrom points potentially in a game. Whereas here they're capped at 4, so we might look to lift that up to 5 maybe, and I think 5 may be a good number. So you could score a maximum of 4 to 5 points per secondary that you pick. So if you're playing against knights, for example, you could pick the Titan Slayer, I believe it's called, and it's like for every 8 wounds you take off a Lord of War or a super heavy, you get a point. So you'd have to pretty much kill 2 knights to get your maximum 5 points. But see, that's the thing. If you were drawing Maelstrom and you had to kill a character, kill a psyker, kill 3 things in the shooting phase when there's only 2 knights on the board, you'd be pretty screwed and things like that. So with this, it allows you to look at your opponent's army and tactically choose what you want to choose as your secondaries, which we think is really, really good. I mean, also there's one called the Reaper, which is for every 20 models you kill in your opponent's army, you'll get a point. So, for example, if you played a Horde, if you managed to kill 100 models over the course of the game, you'd max out and get your 5 points. So that's really handy as well. We just believe it adds a lot more depth to the game. It puts it back in your hands rather than all luck. So the Eternal War missions, those are, everybody knows how to play the Eternal War missions. Those are standard. And then when you add the ITC where you pick your own, it adds another dimension to the game where rather than chance, it's more about skill, in my opinion. So it makes the game more fun, in our opinion, because you don't come to the table and go, oh damn, I drew the wrong card, I'm gonna lose because of that now, or I can't win because of that now. It's just a rubbish feeling. So we're putting it back in your own hands. It's up to you to pick the right secondaries and play well and get the points for them. So if you disagree, guys, let us know. Drop us a message, and we'll definitely have a look into it. And also, like the kill points differential, we kind of like the kill points differential being at +6 to the winner. So whoever gets more kill points, they get a VP for every kill point they get more than their opponent, up to a maximum of +6 to the person who's killed the most. And it's just another thing that a player has to think about while he's playing. It can't just be, oh, I'll go and take these 2 and 3 objectives and score line breaker here and there, or get recon, and then I'll just lose all 4 units and it'll be fine because there's kill points differential. So it adds another element to the game, and I think this is what makes good players good. It's what makes players better, and how players win tournaments. It's all about thinking 2 steps ahead and getting lucky as well, guys. But definitely thinking 2 steps ahead, and just staying ahead of your opponent, or sort of matching with them on the if they're thinking in their turn about what they're going to do. In that time, you should be thinking of what you're going to do in your turn and how you're going to stop them from killing some of your units. If you've got slightly weaker units, you need to hide them. So things like that. And that's really good. Matt Smith, Merry Christmas. What are we chatting about? Hi, Matt. Merry Christmas. We're chatting about the rules pack, which has literally just dropped tonight as a Christmas gift for all you guys for the St Georges Champion tournament coming up in April. So that's what we're talking about. Join in, man. Join in. Buy your ticket. Buy your ticket. So that's the missions that we're thinking about doing. And the reason why we're waiting till February to tell you exactly what missions you'll be playing every round is... so we've given you an idea of what there will be. It will be Eternal War, an ITC secondary, and kill points differential. But the reason why we're waiting till February is because LVO happens at the end of January. And there's another massive US tournament which happens at the start of February. And after that, sometimes the ITC, they change the way their rules work slightly and things like that. So we'll wait for that to happen, just so you guys get the most up-to-date version of the rules. That's what we want. We want you guys to play up-to-date games, competitive playing, staying, at the front of everything that's going on. So that's what we want for you guys. And Matt Smith saying, April, I have no plans so far in April. Well, if you have no plans, get on glasshammergaming.co.uk, buy your ticket for St Georges Champion, and then you got plans, boy. So definitely. Oh, John. Hey, John. Merry Christmas, bro. yeah, if you guys... Oh, and the system for the scoring of the tournament will still be the 20-0 system employed in ETC. So it's literally, instead of Maelstrom, we are adding ITC secondary missions. The way that the scoring is worked out is still the same. You're going to add your total number of VPs scored throughout the game. Compare it to your opponents, and then look at the table, which is in the rules pack, and it will tell you the exact tournament points that you and your opponent have scored. So that's really handy. And it's just, we believe that the 20-0 system is the best way to score a game. So that's the way we've gone for. But yeah, definitely give us all your feedback about the missions and what you think about playing ITC secondaries instead of Maelstrom. And we will be playing Watch Out as well on our YouTube channel. You could head over to the YouTube channel, after this video if you want, because all of our previous videos are all on there. We've got our battle reports on there, things like that. We have a tactics video that's gone up on there, and we will be adding a lot more tactics videos and a lot more battle reports in the coming weeks. And in our battle reports, we will be playing these types of games following the Glasshammer guideline rule set. Just so you guys, if you watch the battle reports, you'll know exactly how the missions are working and things like that to go with it. Matt says, please say you're doing printouts for the bookkeeping. Printouts of what, sorry? Like a scorecard? Yeah, we did printouts of scorecards for the last tournament as well. So if you're talking about printouts of scorecards, yeah, those will be coming. Those will be at the event. Just helps people keep track of their score, things like that. So the scoring is still 20-0 system. And yeah, head over to the YouTube channel. If you like what we're doing, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll be putting, if you guys subscribe, we know that what we're doing is right, and we'll give you more of the same videos. And if you guys think that there's things we can improve on, just let us know, because we're trying to grow, and we're always open to suggestions, man. You guys are what make us, man. So yeah, definitely get involved, man. Let us know, and we will listen to what you have to say. But yeah, head over to the YouTube channel. Loads of cool videos on there. There will be a lot more to follow as well. And let's have a look. Painting score. Okay, guys, so now we come to the painting score. So yeah, people like it when you've got a fully painted army. People like to play against nice armies on the board and things like that. But we also believe, like, some people are very harsh with the way that they do painting scores, and if you've not got squad marking, sometimes you'll lose tournament points and things like that. So we do agree that your army should be painted. Armies do look better when they're painted. So, as it says in the rules pack, there will be no scores awarded for painting, but a minimum standard of 3 colours and base will be in place. So if your model, but playing with unpainted models is not acceptable, guys. So if you have any models which are not 3 colours and based, they will be removed from the table. You have been warned. Will you be using best coast pairing? Yes, we will be using best coast pairings, and I believe that has been added to the rules pack by Dan. Yeah, we will be using best coast pairings. We just found it so much more helpful at the last event, and literally everybody loved it. So keep going with that, man. And there's a link to our YouTube page as well, guys. Just come up in the bottom there. Thank the Lord. Yeah, man. Everybody seemed to love it, so we're going to carry on with it. And so with the painting scores, yeah, if your models aren't painted, they will be removed from the table. So make sure you do paint your models. But on the other hand, we don't agree with this whole, a painting contributing. We will not be using best coast pairings, lol. Oh yeah, okay, sorry, I just got confused totally with the name there. We will be using down under pairings. Yeah, so that's what's in the rules pack. Sorry guys, confusion there. It's not best coast pairings, it's down under pairings, because we used down under pairings at the last event and everybody found it very simple. I believe it is similar to best coast. Fail, get out. Yeah, shall I just leave now? Bye guys. Nah, it's just not the same without me, is it, guys? But yeah, we'll be doing down under pairings. Okay, guys says I prefer Best Coast pairings as it's an actual app. Okay, well, yeah, we're always open to feedback, guys. So we will be thinking about using same but much better. Yeah, down under pairings. I don't know. We just found down under pairings the most useful. But yeah, guys, if we've got a massive upheaval of like 80 of the players going to the tournament prefer a different way, then we'll definitely look into that as well. But we just found down under pairings really good, and pretty much everybody that came to the last event, which was 80 players, had nothing but good things to say about down under pairings as well. So give it a shot, guys. Go on and get yourself registered, because currently that is the scoring we will use, the website we use. Website wouldn't load for some people last time. Yeah, the Wi-Fi in the place wasn't great at the last one. Yeah, we'll give you that. But in this one, if you read the rules pack as well, there's free Wi-Fi access for absolutely everybody. The username and everything is already in the rules pack, so hopefully we won't have that problem. The website works on all platforms, so Android users get a chance to submit their scores as well. There you go. I believe this is Dan. Dan's doing most of the work here. But yeah, so basically what we're saying is we don't agree with the fact that your painting should come into, your painting should have an effect on who wins the tournament and not. That's why we're doing a best painted award. So we don't want you to come with not painted armies because everybody wants to play against a painted army. That's just how it is. So there will be an award for the best painted army, so bear that into mind when you're painting your armies. But your painting won't affect who wins the tournament. You're not going to lose points for not squad marking and things like that. Just 3 colours and base, guys, and you'll get your points. You'll get to play. That is a point, and you won't be docked anything for it, and it won't count towards who wins the tournament. Because we believe it should be done purely on who's a better player. It's a champion, St Georges champion. So there's all of that. WYSIWYG as well, guys. Everything should be WYSIWYG. We know that conversions are awesome. We absolutely love conversions. I love orcs. Orcs are all about conversions. So you're more than welcome to convert your own models, as long as it looks the same as a model that you're using before, and has the same sort of war gear, like you can clearly tell what model it is and what it's armed with, then it's fine. If you have any questions about any sort of conversions, then the email address for events at Glasshammer Gaming is on there, and send your explanation of what it is that you've converted along to that email address, and we'll have a look at it for you and let you know if it's acceptable or not. Master, don't the Americans have like best general, which is both painting, sportsman, and game points, and then they have the champ of the event, which is most game points. Oh, okay, that's interesting. There's just multiple awards, even more awards. We might look at doing something like that. We could definitely have a look at it. But currently, we've got the first place at the event, first, second, and third will all be done on points. Who's played better, so everybody gets rewarded for it, for how well they play, and then we have a best painted for the person who paints the best. So we just thought that would be an easy way to do it, sort of, and give prizes to the most amount of prizes we can give, especially with all the mini games going on and things like that. Spot prizes, there'll be multiple prizes per round. So, like prizes in the round and then prizes between the rounds. So there's plenty of chance for literally everybody to win things. So that's interesting. One thing that has been covered in the rules pack as well is like marine chapters and guard regiments and different craft rules. So we have put in there that, obviously painting isn't about points. We're not going to be taking points off people for painting and things like that. However, if you are taking, say, 2 guard regiments, it should be clearly distinguishable what models are from what regiment. And it's same with the craft world. If you've got Bealtan Spirit Seer in an Ulthway army or something like that, you should clearly be able to tell that he is Biltan by the way he's painted differently to the rest of the army. That's just the way it is. And guys, I want to let you know now, so we don't get people moaning at the event, that if we, you know, if a TO can't tell the difference between your regiments, then those models will be removed from the table. So, you know, just be careful with it. If, you know, if half your army is Katachan, half your army is Vostroyan, make them look like half of them are different to the other half. You know, they don't have to look like Katachans, like they don't have to be painted the traditional way that Katachans are painted. You can paint them pink and the other one's yellow, but as long as we can, you know, see where they're different. I mean, even just putting a ring around the bases in a different colour on half your army to show that it's different from the other half of the regiment, then, you know, that's totally fine. Just something so that your opponent can clearly see, so they don't feel like they're being cheated or anything like that. They can clearly see what models are from, you know, what regiment and things like that. So guys, please follow that, because you will be very disappointed if you turn up to the event and we can't distinguish them. Missing a battle, guys. Missing a battle. Conrad. Hey Conrad, Merry Christmas, bro. Oh, John says here, what if my army is painted the same colour but all planes are one craft world and everything else is another? Like I said, bro, we need to be able to tell that these planes are a different craft world to the rest of the army. So, you know, we don't want you to mess up your paint scheme or anything like that. So, you know, if your whole army is painted exactly the same and it's just 3 planes that are different craft world, put a loom band. Put a loom band on those 3 planes, you know, like hang a loom band over the wing or something on the 3 planes, just so your opponent can clearly see they're different. Yeah, see, just loom bands, so it's not going to ruin your paint scheme or anything like that. Your army will still look as if it's, you know, belongs together. Just chuck loom bands on them or things like that. Imam says, I've played in an event that uses mixed ITC and ETC. It was a bit of a pain working your ass off, only for the last minute objective grab to lose you the game. You've got to make one or the other a bigger determiner, in my opinion. Oh, okay, that's really cool. We kind of have the same sort of view as you, which is why we've gone mostly ETC. So, you know, like the Eternal War is from the ETC, then the Kill Point Differential is from the ETC, and then First Bloodline Breaker, Warlord, all of that's being done. And it's just the secondaries that we're trying to change for the Maelstrom. It was literally just because Maelstrom's very random, whereas the secondaries from the ITC get to choose and, you know, play your own sort of game. So, you know, you're playing, you don't come to the table and think that there's nothing you can do in a game. There's always something you can do when you're picking your own secondaries. That's literally the one thing we've taken from ETC and put in the ITC mission set, and we just think that's cool. I mean, we've been trying it too, but yeah, bro, by all means, try it some more and let us know what you think. Matt says, you could solve the problem by taking a hammer to the planes and smashing them up and remove them from the table, and that's a problem solved. I agree with Matt, because they're Eldar planes, aren't they, John? I don't like Eldar. But yeah, yeah, guys, we're not expecting you to paint your army differently. Literally, just put loom bands on, you know, the things that are a different detachment, just so your opponent knows that it's different, and we'd be all ready to go. And missing a battle, guys. If you are 15 minutes late, or if you miss a game, then the game will be awarded 20-0 to your opponent. So come to your games on time. Guys, dirty Eldar player. You're a dirty Eldar player too. Well, no, actually, you're more Dark Eldar than Eldar. We like you, Gaz. We like you. Yeah, John. Get out of here, you dirty Eldar player. Also, rules queries, guys. All the GW FAQs that are released before the event will be used at the event. Oh, Casper. Hey, Casper, Merry Christmas, bro. That's Casper from the Poland team. Awesome guy. We had a great game at the ETC. And yeah, guys, so all the FAQs released before the event will be used at the event. And any decision or ruling made by a TO or an event ref will be like a final decision at the tournament. So please don't argue if you're ruled against. Take it on the chin, guys. You know, it's a rules set. It's just a game, man. It's just a game. But also you are expected to know the rules for your army. If you don't know the rules for your army and you know you use something wrong, say you use a unit wrong for like 2 to 3 games of the event, you will be docked points because it's your responsibility to know your rules, guys. By all means, if you're unsure about a rule, message us or come to one of us and talk to us, and we'll clear it up for you. But please, if you're foggy about how one of your rules works or anything like that, don't just keep using it the way that you think. So, because you will lose points. So when are we seeing Glasshammer loom bands that are totally not for little girls and come in pretty colours? Glasshammer squad markers. You're onto something there. Dan, if you're watching, let's jump on this right now. We need squad markers that are Glasshammer gaming. That's actually something pretty cool to look into. Well done, Matt. Ash says, Gaz doesn't have 18 billion undercosted Talos either. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. Gaz is a Dark Eldar player, and he's a good Dark Eldar player, and he doesn't use the things that everybody else uses. He uses different armies. Gaz, we love you. And also, list submission, guys. List submission is one. List should be submitted by midnight on Friday the 19th of April, because that will be the Friday that's a week before the event. So, you know, you can write a list all the way up to then, and then it has to be submitted then. And the format the list is submitted in is on the Down Under Pairings website, and they'll all be checked before the event. The website's also got tutorial videos. It's very simple to use, guys. If you've got an issue, please contact us. We'll help you. But any lists that are not submitted on time or are in the incorrect format, you will incur penalty points, because it's massive, man. It's massive. You know, if you turn to the event and you've got like the wrong army, then you know. And if you're handing lists in later than everyone else, gives you a bit more of an advantage. So, guys, please read the rules pack and go on to Down Under Pairings and put your list in the correct format. I mean, in the list, in the rules pack, I've even, you know, put bullet points of what your list needs to contain. So, you know, there's nothing that you shouldn't be able to do. I've put an example of how to put a unit entry in when you're writing your list. So there should genuinely be no excuses for anybody that doesn't do it right, man. Come on, guys, it's an army list. So yeah, just reading. Once got thrown out of an event for no painting standards for the painting standards of my army. So, bro, there is a painting standard, so let's not everybody get confused. The painting standard is that every model in your army needs to have 3 colours on it, and it needs to be based. That is the standard. If your army is 3 colours and based, you get to play. If some of your models are not 3 colours and based, those models will be removed from the table. So, you know, fair warning, guys. But it is just 3 colours and based, and after that, trust me, you won't get... If your army has 3 colours and based on every model, you're not going to get thrown out of the event, man. We're not like that. We're not bad people. Dan says on it. What are you talking about, Dan? What are you on? On it, ... On it like a car bonnet? Kyle says, are you at Cali? Yeah, bro. I will be at Cali. Not sure what I'm going to be using yet, though. Most likely Imperial Soup or Tau. Well, actually, it's pretty much 100% Imperial Soup or Tau. So I'll be using one of them, and I will be at Cali. Matt says, I will take 130 for my cultists as payment. Guy says, I can't use them, Mark has them. Yeah, that's true. Mark has all of his Talos and things like that. Yeah, there is probably enough knocking about for you to use 9 as well, Gaz. But come on, man, it's Talos. Don't be boring. You're a fun Dark Eldar player. Don't be boring. Oh, Harry's here. Hi, Harry. Merry Christmas, bro. How much did you pay for your ticket? What's this for? What's going on? I don't know what's happening, guys. How much did you pay for your ticket? If you're talking to me and you're talking about my ticket for Cali, my ticket to Cali was free because I won Caledonian Revolution in the summer, guys. Yeah, baby. Give me the sugar. Give me the sugar. No, yeah, I got lucky. But yeah, so I didn't pay anything for my ticket. It was free. Thanks to Element Games and their awesome... Cali ticket. Yeah, Cali ticket. I haven't paid anything for my Cali ticket. I got it for free for Revolution. So, for winning the Revolution. Because Element Games are cool like that. Forge World points limit. Yeah, Forge World points limit, I believe is, we're allowing Forge World, so you can take Forge World, but you can't take more Forge World than you have normal stuff. And also you can't have a unit which has costed more than 333 points, I believe. Yeah, 333 points. So you can't take something stupidly big and nasty. And also, what else do we have here? So these services, guys, so as I mentioned before, there's free car parking for over 300 people. There's also free Wi-Fi on there. It tells you what the login is in the rules pack as well, guys, so get onto the rules pack. Accommodation as well. There are single and double ensuite. My poor Tantalus. Get your Tantalus back in the box. Forge World scum. Yeah, accommodation, guys, as well. There's single and double ensuite rooms all available, and you book it directly through the university for the Telford campus. And the link is in the rules pack. So if you go into the rules pack, you can book your room through there, and it is quite good prices, guys. So get on there, have a look. And catering service as well, guys. So there will be food at the event. You will have to pay for food, I believe. We did put up originally that it was like £46.50 with food included. It's no longer the case, because it's better for you guys if we don't do that. So we've come down to £40 for the ticket, but you will have to get food. But food will be at the event, and it is cheap, guys. It is quite cheap. Because it's uni campus, the food is quite cheap, and it'll be open. They'll be serving food from 9 AM till 5 PM on both days, and you'll the stuff that they serve is like breakfast baps, full English breakfast, tea, coffee, soft drinks, beer, water, burger and pizza options as well for lunch, and they're all quite cheap, guys, so you won't be disappointed, I think. And then also, just to let you know, guys, you can't bring your own food into the hall and eat in the hall. It's not allowed. But there is outdoor space, so if you do bring a packed lunch, you can use the outdoor space. If you've provided, packed lunch yourself, that's fine. Vegetarian options will be for sale during the weekend as well. But if you do have any specific dietary requirements, you can pre-order your food, but it has to be at least 5 working days in advance. Just let us know what your requirements are, and we can cater for that, as long as it's like more than a week, just over a week in advance from the tournament. Should be fine. And then at the end, I've put some health and safety in that the university has sent over, and I've just put that all in. So read it, guys, read it. Boring health and safety stuff. Because we want you to all have fun, but we want you to be safe as well. So if there's anything, just follow the procedures, and you should have a great event, guys. So that's that. And the final thing that I did want to say is there will be pictures taken at the event, because we like to take pictures of the train, of people enjoying their games, of the winners of the tournament, and all sorts of things like that. And all the pictures will go on our social media platforms. They'll be uploaded on Facebook, maybe Instagram, maybe you'll go on YouTube. So we're just letting you know that is happening, guys. That's a thing. And also that the top table at the tournament will be streamed every round, live streamed. So just to be aware, guys. And if you do purchase a ticket, you know, you'll be confirming that you do consent to this, because, you know, we do want to take pictures of our event and share them around with everybody, and we definitely want to stream the top table, because people like seeing the games at tournaments, so want to do it for, you know, what's best for everyone really. So just letting you all know, guys. And yeah, read that rules pack. Watch this space for the terrain that we're going to be producing, and you know, get on the YouTube channel, watch all the videos that we've got. We'll be doing tutorials of the Night Joust and the Arena of Champions game as well that we're playing on the Friday evening. So look out for those. And yeah, guys, you'll have an absolutely awesome tournament, believe me. And watch out on Thursday for the article that drops about Sisters. And have a very Merry Christmas. The last hour of it anyway, guys. Love you all, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching.